magnificent people, Turbo the Magnificent here, and today we're back with the 10th episode of the Infernum playthrough. I did it. I beat Providence. Providence is dead. Unfortunately, I was not able to record my reaction just because I just wasn't at a place where I could record mic audio, but it was something like this. Yeah! It was nothing like that, actually. The clap was real. I clapped, but yeah, there's more swearing involved. But yeah, I can't actually show you now because I actually fought her a couple more times to get some more drops. I beat it in 20 attempts, which is wild, because I didn't think I was gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna be honest, when I started the fight, you didn't get to see it because it got cut out in the compilation, but there was I crashed out a few attempts in. I got really angry. I was having a bad day and I decided to throw some attempts at it, which was not a smart idea, and then I crashed out. Thoughts on the fight? I don't like it as much as the Guardians. I did try it with the music on, which is cool. Turns out having the music on does make the fight a lot cooler because they sync the fight up to the music, which is really cool. I really like that. I love that as an idea because that's just not a thing I've ever seen in a mod, I don't think. So that's awesome. I'm not sure I really like how long the fight is. Just how many invulnerability phases she has. It's, I mean, as I got going, the further I got into it, I actually did appreciate the invulnerability phases because they gave me a chance to heal. But actually, no, I think I've come around on the invulnerability phases. I hated them at first. I still don't like the starting phase with all the fireballs. That attack is unbelievably annoying to dodge. It just sucks. I kind of wish the fight would just start straight away. But that's probably my only major gripe about it. I did end up using a little more Yardis tech with the static hook, grappling to a wall and just like inching back and forth to dodge that one attack. That was crazy. But yeah, I also switched to melee, as you probably saw. I now have multiple loadouts. I got magic, I got ranged, and I got melee. Ranged is kind of unfinished right now because I just haven't been using it very much. But yeah, melee and magic are kind of the main two I'm switching between. Sir Albatorus recommended that I have a loadout that is like exclusively defensive, and I tried that for a bit, but then I like was just taking this loadout was like purely defensive and didn't have anything for damage, and it was incredible, super helpful. This item, this accessory here, the Cherished Sea Locket, is nuts. Super helpful. Would not have won the fight without this thing, I don't think. So yeah, this thing's nuts. But yeah, once I would like switch back to mage, I was just too squishy. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go full defensive, full melee, with a little bit of damage thrown in. And then I farmed Dragon Folly for the Sword Explosion, and that was good enough. Yeah, we got a bunch of more weapons now. For mage, we got the Prince, which does that. It was kind of an upgrade of the Gleaming Magnolia, or whatever the hell the latest version of that was called. There's another version of it, which I might switch to, I think called the Thorn or something. We also got the Purge Guzzler, which is way slower than I remember it being. And it seems meh. And then we have this. This is definitely the most powerful weapon I have, but it's probably the hardest to use. It just shoots a bunch of bubbles like this. Yeah, it's got really high DPS. Like that's crazy. 13k? That's really good. It's a lot better than these other ones. These ones are only like 8k. 8 to 9. 9k? Yeah, it's not bad. They're pretty decent, but honestly, I think I'm gonna stick with melee a bit more, just because the defense is insane and the weapons are still really good. We got the Defiled Greatsword, the sword that I had used as a base for the music card that I use. It's gonna pop up just so you can see it. Boom. Wow, look at that. Yeah, I modified it a bit. But yeah, this thing's crazy. It's like True Knight's Edge on steroids, and I love True Knight's Edge, so this thing's wonderful. The damage is, you know, not incredible, but it's got full homing capabilities on like 2 of the 3 projectiles it shoots out, and the third one is just really big, so it's easy to use. And then there's also the Terraria, which is just awesome. I've always loved the Terraria, and I don't think I've seen this version of it before. This thing is really cool. Great DPS, super easy to use, lovely, wonderful weapon. We also have this thing that I got. You get it for beating the clone of Calamitas in the Brimstone Crag, and it lets you put a shield around yourself, which makes you deal and take 60% less damage. So you can't deal damage while this thing's on, basically, but you also take way less damage. The only problem is you have to turn it off, and it's just... I meant to use it during Providence fight, but it's just one step too many. It's just too much to focus on with all the craziness of Providence's attacks. But yeah, we got Ceaseless Void, Stormweaver, and Signus next, and then, oh god, we got Polterghast. Bro, I hate Polterghast. I hate Polterghast so much. It's like probably one of my least favorite modded fights of all time. Hopefully Infernum changes that, but I don't think it will. But we're gonna start with Stormweaver because you can get a mage set from killing Stormweaver. We also have a World Arena. Well, not quite a World Arena, but we have a really big arena with hammered meteor platforms. Yeah. If you don't know, if you didn't know, of course you know. The only people who seem to watch this series are people with knowledge. Hammered platforms make them, like, you just hammer them once and make them into stairs like this. It lets you fall through them without pausing, which is really nice. And again, that's a tip I got from Yaaaaaay. Pretty much all the cool stuff I know is because of Yaaaaaay. So yeah, this is what we'll be using to fight Signus, and I guess Ceaseless, or not Ceaseless, Stormweaver. Yeah, we're just gonna fight Stormweaver, which, by the way, Stormweaver just, like, shows up and kills things in the sky every once in a while. I've never actually seen him, but I've heard lightning flashes and something dies off screen and then it says Stormweaver is no longer after you, so that's cool. Anyway, we're gonna kill him now. Hell yeah. That was a pretty easy fight, honestly. But that was fun. I had fun fighting that. And it also reminded me of another thing that I needed to bring up, but didn't. So I've been getting a few comments being like, bro, you're doing like incredibly good at this. You're doing like one guy was like, bro, you took literally 12 times fewer attempts than I did on the Profane Guardians. What the hell? You're actually doing great. Here's the thing though. I might be doing better than the average, like, regular person going into this, but I think there's a reason for that. And I think the reason for that is because I'm watching other people play the game. So by the time that I get into the fight, I already know how to dodge all the attacks. All I have to do is spend a few attempts figuring out how to get the muscle memory to, like, actually do the dodges, but I have the knowledge going into it. For example, like the fight you just saw me do. The fact that you just like walk to the left for that one attack that he does when he spins around you and shoots the tornadoes at you, that's not how I would normally dodge that attack, but I have the knowledge that that's how you dodge it because I've seen other people fight it. So the reason I have so many fewer attempts than probably the average person is because I'm not spending a bunch of attempts figuring out how the fight works. So that's my cope for why I'm doing good. I'm cheating. I have knowledge going in beforehand. That, and I typically, if things just aren't working out for like a number of attempts in a row, I typically try and switch things up rather than just bashing my head against the wall with the same exact loadout. I don't know, maybe I'm also just cracked, but I don't think I'm cracked. I'm not. I had to give up on Death Mode SCAL ages ago. Anyway, back to the game. That was a first try, right? Attempt 3? Oh, right, because every time he appears and kills like a random mob, I think that counts as a fight. That's kind of stupid. This is what we were after, Armored Shell. So now we can get the Prismatic Armor for Mage. Because, yeah, we got Tarragon and stuff, which is cool. Oh my god, we can also get Galahorn and Corinth Prime. That's kind of neat. I love Corinth Prime. Oh, can we get the Telestaff? We can get the Tesla Staff. I think this is a new weapon. I've never seen this before. Which also, I should point out, for healing potions, I'm using blood fins. I did some fishing. Turns out they're really rare. Like, here's a screenshot of all the other fish I caught while trying to get 30 blood fins. Yeah, those crates too. 106 of them. I haven't opened them. Yeah, one of the many quality of life mods I have gives me infinite healing and mana potions. I thought, to be fair, I'll just get a stack of 30 of them. I'll fish until I have 30 of them, which still took me ages, just because that's the number limit on all the other potions and stuff to get those to be infinite. Maybe that's, no, not even maybe. That is just cheating, but they're slightly worse than Supreme Healing Potions because they're not affected by the Blood Pact's improvement effect, I don't think, but they do give you life regen, which is really nice. I don't actually know if this is better than Tarragon. It's probably a side grade. Let's see, defense-wise, 170, 148. Oh my god, it is so much worse. Defense-wise, 24, 36. Okay, so it's like slightly better. Press Y. Oh. Oh, okay, that's what this is. Magic attacks occasionally fire a pair of homing rockets. Interesting. That's not even the set bonus, that's just a thing that happens. So this is the damage set, and this is the stay alive set. Gotcha. How much damage does the laser barrage do, though? Okay, so it's an extra 9,000 DPS. That's not horrible. By the way, yeah, I got a mod that lets you favorite items and then they just stay in that slot for whatever loadout you switch to. Really, really nice mod, because the whole reason I never use loadouts is because you have to get dupes of absolutely everything. Tesla Staff. I don't know if this thing is any good, but we'll see. Oh. It shoots a beam and has a rather large bit of end lag after using it. Oh, right, hold on, let me be a mage. Okay, that's some chunky damage. Each successive hit on the same enemy increases damage per hit. Ah, okay, that's why it starts out so low. Ooh, we can make the Tacticianer's trump card with that. I'm really curious about that, so I think we're gonna do that next. So yeah, that means Ceaseless Void, which I'm not looking forward to. Let's get Ceaseless? Yeah, screw it. Let's give Ceaseless a try. Why not? Alright, GG. Okay. I wasn't expecting to beat that on the first try. I was expecting that to be kind of a roadblock. But again, knowledge. I knew how to dodge pretty much every single one of those attacks because I watched a playthrough. That probably makes this a lot less entertaining if I had to guess. But, I don't know. Here we are. We're getting through it. Don't worry, Polterghast will probably beat the snot out of me. We got the Mirror Blade. It's annoying. It sure is. Now we can get the Tacticianer's Trump card, which I checked beforehand. We have everything we need for that, so. Sword Beam that electrifies enemies on hits. Okay. Interesting. What does it do? To Mage. Bro, what the hell? I turned my Nuclear Fury into this? It's just a melee weapon that does magic. Bro, this is lame. That's lame as hell. I was kind of hoping that would do, like, cool things, but because it has so many ingredients, dude. And all it does is, it's just a sword? Alright, whatever. That's unbelievably lame. Well, I guess we just go fight Signus then. So yeah, we were supposed to fight this dude in the underworld, but I think you can just teleport and he'll just follow you out, is what I've been told. So, that's what we're gonna do. Guys, I think Melee's broken. I think Melee's too good. Knowledge did not save me that time. I did not do that fight well. I got hit pretty much every single time he did the dreaded billion cuts attack. And still survived because Melee's busted. Well, we first tried all 3 Sentinels because Melee's busted. I performed very poorly in that Signus fight. I don't think I deserve to win that fight. Awesome. Magnetic Meltdown. You can technically also get Aether's Whisper? Screw it, why not? Getting a lot of mage weapons. And we're sticking with melee because it's crazy. But how do these perform? Hopefully better than the Tacticianer's trump card. It's a lot of damage. About 10k. That's not bad. And, oh yeah, these aren't reforged, by the way. Yeah? Projectiles gain damage as they travel. Okay. Okay. That doesn't seem very good at all. Well, I guess we're going for Polterghast next, which... Damn it. That also means I'm gonna have to extend this arena. By the way, if you're wondering, why don't you just use a City Buster like every other YouTuber on the face of the planet? We don't use City Busters here. Why? I don't know. Some weird point of pride that I shouldn't, like, that, like, doesn't matter at all because I use other quality of life mods that are, like, just as powerful. Like Ore Excavator and stuff like that, so... I don't know why I draw the line at City Busters, but I do. Oop. Oop. Oh, thank God Infernum makes it to where this guy doesn't enrage outside the dungeon anymore. Sure, that'll do, probably. I don't know, I guess we just give it a go. is so broken, dude. What the hell? Is the Cherished Sea Locket just too good? Is this item too good? I really thought I was gonna struggle against Polterghast. First try, though. What is going on? Has Melee just been goated this whole time and I just didn't know? Like, how many hits did I take that fight? 20, I got hit 24 times. Am I cheating, dude? I don't know, man. I know that people are just gonna say, bro, a victory's a victory. It doesn't really matter how you did it. Wow. All right, so now we can get Blood Flare armor, which is just Tarragon. I don't know, I kind of figured that like Tarragon was the damage set and Blood Flare was the survivability set, but it looks like Tarragon is the survivability set. Or I guess they just have their own versions of survivability. You know what? Screw it. I want to retry that fight with magic. Taking this off, I'm going Tarragon magic. I want to see how comparable it is. I want to know if mage is really that much harder to do. It'll be fine. Okay, so the damage is definitely higher. Bro, F this attack. This attack sucks. I'm definitely taking a lot more damage. Bro, Polterghast theme is so cool. This like jazz break that they go on here, oh. DM Doctor really is just something else, man. Oh, on this bit. Oh, it's so cool. I really love the music of this mod, man. I wish I could play with it on. Yeah, I'm kind of getting my ass whooped. Oh my lord, yeah, I'm dead. I wonder, here's my question. What if we did this? Is this Cherished Sea Locket as goated as I say it is? How did I do so good at this my first try? Bro, maybe I'm just good. Maybe I was just good. There I go talking again. What is this attack? Literally never even seen that attack before. Thank you, Yardis, for the tiny circle. Thank you, Yardis! Oh my god, that was incredible! Yeah! Come on, we got this! No way, dude! Alright. No, I did it with Mage. Bro, 27 hits that time? I think I'm just okay at this. We're on to the old Duke and Devourer. Oh yeah, and Blood Flare armor. I've heard it's a side grade, and defense-wise, it is worse. Okay, so Tarragon still is the survival class, it looks like. Oh yeah, let's see what these weapons do. 9k with homing. 10k with homing, 11k with homing. Not horrible, not horrible. 6k. Yeah, that's bad. Venusian Trident. At 10k without homing, but more area of effects. Okay, that's not bad. Oh. I mean, that's a lot of DPS. Ah, right click, okay. Oh, that's nuts. Bro, melee was already good. That's insane. Oh my god. Okay, so that's like Nebula Arcanum, but crazy. Alright, nice. That's still 10k, and most of the projectiles are missing. That's crazy, dude. Summons the Devourer of Gods. I mean, I guess we could give it one attempt, you know. Oh, also, quick question. So I went and I got the community, which I know at endgame, after you beat Escal, you can transform it into the Shattered community, But you can also do this. Yeah. Why? Like, I looked on the Calamity Wiki, this shouldn't be doable. Is this like a quality of life mod that I have that's just like ruining this somehow? Because that doesn't feel legal. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that. Either way, I'm just not using it. Maybe I should be using the community, but we'll throw an attempt at the Cosmic Worm. Why not? Yeah. All right. That's about how I expected that to go. Cool, so he just has the kill you dead move of getting eaten. Love that. That's really fun. I'm like kind of absurdly positive right now, which is maybe about to go away now that we're in the quote-unquote dash slop section of the game. Or so I've been told. I really didn't expect to get past Polterghast in this episode. I'm just gonna put it bluntly. I didn't think I would beat him in this episode. I thought it would be a wall. I definitely don't hate the fight as much as I did in base Calamity. I really don't like Polterghast. I didn't mind it as much this time. There's still a couple attacks that I don't enjoy as much. Also for the Sentinels. Ceaseless Void, the camera thing's really weird, especially because this bubble got like dislodged from me. That wigged me out for a bit, but I got used to it pretty quickly. Signus, that one attack that everyone hates, you already know the one I'm talking about. The one where he turns invisible and puts a million slashes on the screen. That attack looks so easy to dodge when you're watching other people do it. The tell is so tiny, dude. It is such a short telegraph. It's actually really hard to dodge. Thank God I was melee and I could tank it every single time he did it. I also just kind of figured that it was like a pattern thing, but no, his attacks are random. He is one of the few bosses in this game that doesn't have like a set pattern of attacks, it seems. Because most other bosses, they just do their attacks in order. Not Signus. That's too simple for him. He does that crap randomly. I'm back to enjoying this mod. Thank goodness. Thank you once again for all the kind words and support. This is good. You guys are keeping me going. This fun stuff. Yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I hope y'all have a magnificent day. Durfo the Magnificent out.